Okay. All right, speak into it one more time. I'm sorry.
1, 2, 3, test 1, 2, 3.
I love you, Linda. Okay. I think we're ready.
Call the meeting to order. If you stand and join me for the pledge. All right, we've got two resolutions tonight. Resolution to approve the highway superintendent to purchase a trailer. He's not here. Is there a motion?
I make a motion that we talk about purchasing.
Is there a second? All right, it's open for discussion. Dale, Steve, you said you talked to someone, the guys today?
I
Talk
talked,
into your microphone.
Microphone.
oh, I'm sorry. I talked to, 3 of the 4 highway guys today, plus the highway superintendent. Their request for the trailer was all the same. The only individual wasn't there was Billy. He was out at the time when I came. And they all expressed their concerns about they'd like the rollback trailer, the flip-up trailer. And they didn't care if it had a spindle hitch or if it had a ball hitch, as long as it was a 2 5/16. I contacted Ridgeway today also, and Ridgeway is they have purchased a new trailer for themselves also. And it's looking like their trailer is also going to be, basically they had to have something bigger for their excavator and their roller. So I just thought I'd pass that on to the board. So I'm just going by reporting to the, pardon? It looks like it's about the same thing that we got, maybe just a little bit heavier than what we're looking at. Because their roller is a little bit bigger, it's a wheel roller, and it's a little bit bigger than the roller that we use. Excavators are about the same size. So that's the comment that I have for the board.
I have a couple questions. I sent an email out, but I didn't hear anything back, so I don't know if you guys got it or not got it, or, so, first of all, so when you say
Yeah, it's a flip.
is that the first one, the 17,000 pound one, or is that the 20?
Yeah, no, I think that's the
17,000 pound.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, so if it's 17,000 and the weight of the excavator is 12,380,
Right.
that leaves us 4,600 pounds for the weight of the trailer. And I think somewhere in there I saw that Dale said it was like 3,900. Are we leaving ourselves enough room that if there's another piece of equipment or you have to replace the excavator? I don't want to get in the same situation
No,
the village of
and
Medina
I-
is in with their fire truck, where,
I agree with you, Linda, on that. I don't want to get into an issue where we'd have to buy another trailer down
Right.
the road. I believe that the trailer is rated at, 36 or 39,000
Which one?
for the one that they're looking at. You have it there?
I wrote 17,000 is what he was in the email. He said 17,000.
Yeah, it's 17,000. The tilt bed's 17,000 with the, what was it, 3,800, 3,900, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I think he said like 3,900 was the
Yeah,
weight
so
of the
then they
trailer.
put the excavator on at 12,
Right, so you're,
12.5 or something.
yeah,
Well, that's the only thing that's gonna fit on that trailer. Nothing else will fit on that trailer once the excavator's on.
right, but I'm
So-
worried about if something happens to the and I don't know if this happens or not, but if we have to buy something else or another excavator, is it gonna be bigger? Are we gonna end up being too close to the limit? There doesn't seem to be a lot of room there, and I know we don't wanna do overkill, but I don't wanna be short and in 2 years find out we gotta go buy another trailer because we were too tight on the weight on this. And I'm not an expert on it,
Yeah.
that's why I'm asking
No.
you guys.
No,
Yeah, the original trailer you proposed was 24,000 pounder.
Yeah,
Now, why is it down to, I mean, that would carry about anything you really need.
it would, but
And I know he doesn't like the ramps
yeah, the
on
ramp.
the other one.
I spoke to the guys too. They're terrified of the ramp.
Well, but is there no other trailer that's a little bit bigger that still has that fold-down I don't know what
We're
you call
talking,
it, sorry.
a tilt bed.
A tilt bed,
Tilt
that's
bed.
it, tilt bed, yes.
We're talking major money if we do that. Big. I'm probably, I've talked, I don't know, but I'm figuring probably 20 grand for a trailer like that.
Well, how much is this one, the 17,000? Thought he said it was like 11 something.
I think 17,000, didn't he send us an email saying
Yeah,
it was like 8,700?
Yeah,
I don't think
seven.
I saw that email.
I thought I printed that out, I guess I didn't.
If he did, I don't remember seeing it.
Yeah, 'cause apparently I didn't get your email on that, so.
So that was one of my questions, so let's think about that one. But the second one was, Dale mentioned that there's only himself and one other person that can drive that tandem. And you would get, I don't know if it's some or all of the other MEOs. That was my question, how many? And when do we expect that to happen? And what's the cost? There must be a cost to get licensed.
Yeah, I told Dale to check on Genesee Community College, adult education. They'll come here and do it. When I did it, it was $1,200, so I can imagine it's probably $1,500 or $1,800 per guy.
Called where, John? Called where?
Genesee.
GCC? Okay. Well, that concerns me because now
That raises up,
if we do three, if you're doing all three of them so that anybody can drive it, now you got the cost of the trailer on top of.
Well,
The
I guess,
training is just as much as the trailer.
I guess the logical way to go on that is Rusty's the excavator operator for the town. Send him to get the training. And we have Billy as a backup and Dale as a backup. So,
but if they use that 17,000, or the 39,000-pound trailer that they're looking at,
the 17,000 pound.
17,000
They're
pounds,
still over 26,000.
they're still over? So
Because
they have
the
to get-
trucks, the pickup trucks are probably 10,000 and 17,000. So it's probably over. So either way, they're going to have to upgrade to an A. And they're all under K licenses anyways. A K license is municipal. It's a commercial driver's license with a K endorsement. That means you work for a municipality. So you don't have to do,
leave
you don't have
state.
to,
You can't leave state
Yeah.
or anything with
Yeah.
a license. You can only haul around in state.
there's special waivers for the K.
And
Yeah, but will they, the course accept anybody that doesn't have a physical to do the course?
Yeah, that's not required. Just having your permit is all that's required for that course.
But the K has something also to do with a restriction of you don't get physicals or you.
Yeah, you don't have to-
do it
You
as
yeah.
don't have to have
often.
a physical.
It's not required. That's New
not
York State.
required for
Yeah.
when you work municipality.
We're not worried about that, just because you don't have to have it, I mean, we're not worried about it.
They get random tested by the town anyways, is that correct? We've got a drug testing program in the town? Yeah, we've got the only drug testing program.
Physical isn't a drug
Yeah,
test, though.
no, if you're, part of the CDL is you take your 2-year physical or 1-year physical, and then your random drug urinalysis. The waiver from the state for all municipal employees is, they don't have to do that. So,
I didn't have to with,
Yeah.
when I was here with the inside K endorsement. I didn't, in the beginning I had to take
So
physical.
I guess my point is, why would you want to, oh, sorry. No, I'm sorry. Why would somebody want a K restriction, I guess, is what I don't understand.
it's not that they want it, it's cost savings for the towns. That's what New York State did for all municipalities. So you don't have to do physicals every 2 years. You don't have to. It's part of a union. I would imagine it's part of the union negotiations with the state. Every union's got to go through physicals and drug testing. You know, it'll cost the town a bunch of money for physicals and drug testing, random drug testing. That's probably why the state did it. This is a state thing. This isn't a local town or Orleans County thing. This is statewide for all municipalities, NFTA in Buffalo.
Says you don't have to, or they don't want you to?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
There's no requirement for it. If you work for a municipality, you get a K endorsement if you pass your road test. But when you leave the municipality, your next license, your K endorsement isn't any good.
You can,
You can take your road test and
you
get
can
it.
take and
Yeah.
get your physical endorsement if you want to do that on your own, but the town stands with, municipality stands with the K endorsement. Probably like Ed or Jimmy or somebody that runs over the road and they go out of Orleans County, they probably have to have physicals and a different endorsement, probably.
Okay.
So they won't require the physical to enter, or to enter into this course?
No.
Even though you're a municipality, I would think they'd want to,
Just, you mean just the first time, like just to get
Yeah.
it for the first time?
yeah.
Because they're not giving you a license. They're training you. You go to the state for your license. That's where you have to provide the documentation.
Okay. So
Yeah.
the school, they just take, and when they get to the point of taking the test, then there would be a physical for the first time?
That's on the person and the state, yeah. The school has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
You have to show up to school with either your Class B license or your driver's permit. That's all they want to see, because they're training you how to do it. They set you up for a road test with the state, and once you pass your road test, then you have to provide them the physical and all that other stuff. You provide that to the state. The school has nothing to do with it. They don't want nothing to do with that, so. Because they don't give you the road test. The state gives you the road test.
You know, something too, Linda, like even if you run forklift, okay, you have to go to a forklift school
Yep.
for the county to get an endorsement to run that. So all the guys had to attend that, just like they'd have to attend, they'd have a class where, what do you want to say, where you have to go into a water pit, and, you know, you have to have guys around and with safety equipment and stuff, they have to be trained all to do that too.
Okay.
You know, I know you probably just didn't know that, so I just
Yeah.
wanted to throw that
Yeah.
in there.
Okay. Okay, so I am going back to my second question. We don't know for sure how many MEOs Dale wants to train.
He'll train whatever,
Well, it's a cost, that's what I'm
Yeah.
concerned about, that, you know, we're not talking a few $100s in getting them trained, but, I mean, we should know that before we vote on a trailer.
if you know the cost.
And I don't, do you have it on your email? I don't see anywhere where it said, I thought the other night Dale said that the trailer was 11 something, because he said he purposely asked for 12.5 because the trailer was just, was gonna be a little under that. Right? Somewhere in the 11.7, 11.5, 11.7 something.
Yeah, I know the 24,000 one, the original one was like 14,000 roughly. So,
So I guess I'm gonna defer to Steve on, is the 17,000-pound trailer sufficient to hold us so that we're not buying another trailer in the next 10 years? Because,
Well, for the equipment we got, yeah, it'll handle anything.
yeah, what we
now.
have today, but
Yeah.
what's your I mean, you must sit down and kind of think about
Yeah.
what's gonna roll over, what you might need in the next few years. I mean, we gotta think ahead a little bit, so whatever's coming up, Steve, do you imagine that we could outgrow this trailer in the next few, 5 to,
Well, we're not gonna get a bigger excavator. Talking to Rusty, there's no reason for us to have a larger excavator. If we need a larger one, I think Barry or Ridgeway has a larger one. And this excavator, how old is this excavator, Steve?
It's not very old.
It's the last couple of years, right?
I don't foresee us,
okay.
I don't foresee us going to something bigger than that, because I don't think it would, you know, we don't have anything that we would do bigger than that, you know, for water. I don't believe. I mean, once again, we got the shared municipalities. If we needed a bigger excavator, I feel that we could borrow one from them.
Okay,
I mean, I don't ever foresee having an excavator the size of Jimmy and Eddie's, not here.
okay,
The county, if it was a county where they do everything, put in bridges and stuff like that, they've got big excavators where even we could probably get one of them from the county if we needed a big one.
okay. And what about the cost of the training? I know Dale said he budgeted for the trailer, but what about the cost of the training? If it turns out, if John's right and it's $4,800, I mean, that's a, okay.
It includes the test. Yes. Numerous. I think you get four tries on the test.
Just something to consider here. Now, the MEOs have a contract, and they have overtime and all that in their contract. Now, talking to the lady, she didn't think, or friends of mine have taken that course, and not all your road time is during the 8-hour time you'd be working. So they may end up having overtime and all that, so you're gonna have to figure that in. 4,800 plus overtime for the guys to drive the truck to get that. 4,800 in my note says includes road driving time and classroom time. There's going to be some classroom and some road time.
Okay, thanks.
And to show up, you had to have, like Scott says, you had to have your permit and before you even start the course.
I know I checked on it, Linda, when I had drivers for my company, setting it up with them, and the school said we can work around your schedule. We can come to your location and teach your course if you have a group of people to do it. So we'll make the call and figure out what it's going to cost us to train at least Rusty. Here's the old email, Linda, from December 18th. $74.95 for a 16,000-pound trailer. The 25,000-pound trailer was $11,827. So that's why I asked for $12,500, just to be sure. And he'd already budgeted for that, so.
He's got the money in.
Yeah.
He's got the money in his budget. We just gotta decide to give him which trailer.
Well, Jeff, anything? Eddie, any more questions? I'll let you say.
Yeah, I did put a call into the Association of Towns Attorney and ran it by them, and they seem to think it's awful liability without, I think they ought to get their licenses first before we buy anything, because it's going to end up, they're going to be driving out of class if they get the trailer first, as far as I'm concerned.
We've got 2 licensed drivers. We got, yeah, we've got Dale and we've got Billy. If we need to move the trailer, that's not an issue.
Where will it be stored?
In the shed.
So there's
Yeah, we've got a
walk around.
barn that'll go in. Well, my opinion, I know I used to have pencil pushers in Washington decide what we got for patrol cars and equipment, and never ask the guys on the street what we needed to do our job. And basically, my opinion is if the guys are telling us they need this trailer, the tilt bed trailer, that's what I think we should give them. You guys, however you want to. Do we have anything else to add to this? Any further discussion, anything new? Jeff? Eddie?
No,
I share your concerns, Linda, but if that's what they need to do their job, I think we need to.
Yeah, I just want to go on
Yeah.
record. I'm
No,
not
no,
opposed to the
I agree with
trailer.
you.
I am concerned that we're kind of putting the cart before the horse and getting the trailer before we have enough people. I know we have 2, but
Yeah.
if something happens to, is Bill is the other one, I guess? If something happens and he's sick, I mean, is Dale gonna come in and drive around? I mean, I guess he would, but,
Yeah.
so it's just, I'm a little concerned, and the last thing I wanna do is see somebody decide, well, it's just down the road, and they jump in
No,
and
they
take
won't
the
do
thing,
that.
and they're out of class, and then
I've already,
an
yeah, I've already
accident
told them all,
happens, and
that's
we,
not happening.
we're
Yeah. No, I,
liable for
I agree
that.
with you 100% on that, Linda. So the original resolution was for 12.5. Is that where we're still going? Because we tabled that. Remember the last meeting we tabled it. So is that we're going to approve is 12.5, and then we can that'll cover either trailer that he wants to get. Maybe we can talk him into getting that one, or we can get a tilt bed for 12.5. So these are just two options that he gave us.
I thought the one he wanted was the one that
He wants a
MEOs
tilt bed for 7 something.
Yeah, and isn't that the one the
Yeah.
MEOs want too?
That's the one the MEOs want. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is if we can get a
Oh.
if we can get a heavier rated tilt bed for that 12.5 that we're approving,
That's even better.
then why don't we do that?
Yeah,
But if we approve the 12.5, then he has an option to upgrade that tilt bed to a heavier
Right.
weight.
Yep.
So are we good with discussion?
Mhm.
Okay, we'll do a roll call vote.
Can you just say the resolution now? I'm gonna get it.
Okay. Resolution to approve the highways. It's right there on your paper.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
I wasn't in the 12.5.
I'll just add the 12.5 onto it. Resolution to approve the highway superintendent to purchase a trailer not to exceed $12,500. And we'll do a roll call vote. Jeff?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Linda?
Yes.
Eddie?
No.
And Scott, yes. And motion's carried. You good, Darrell? Okay. Next one's a resolution to purchase meter reading software for the water department. Did you guys get that email on this one?
Yeah, but I didn't understand it. and
Okay,
didn't have-
I'm gonna explain it to you. He just told me about it, and I told him I'd bring it up at this meeting. The software they use to read the water meters now
Yep.
is no longer supported. They're gonna stop using it very shortly. This is the new software we have to get to be able to electronically read the water meters, because we have electronic water meters now. So the one-time fee is 45.27, and the yearly fee is 22.44. A total of 67.71. So this is something we have no choice on. The other software is going out.
So that's 2,244 a year. We got it for what a subscription? Or?
Yes, yes.
The water software and the yearly fee, though, that would come out of the water budget, right?
Water-
That's self-sustaining.
Yes, the water would pay for this. It's, water covers water. Anything to do with water.
And that's the same, so the software we have is discontinuing that, so is this software new software from the same company?
New
Or it's a
software
whole
from-
new company?
No,
We're not-
no, this is the same company. This is the new software they're adopting for our equipment that we use.
Okay.
So that includes the setup and the training fee.
And what are we paying what did we pay for the stuff we have, do you know?
I really don't, I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. He came to me, and he sent the board this email yesterday, and today I had a quick talk with him, so.
Is this the only place that does software? Like, I guess I'm wondering, should we be looking around to make sure that the pricing,
I'm not sure about that, Linda, but I'm almost thinking that it's probably adaptable to what readers we've got without having to change readers. But once again, I don't know that for a fact. I'm just going by what I see here and what the meters readers do. I know that when we upgraded it, it saved quite a bit of time on reading the meters. So if we go to this, it's probably gonna function faster and be more updated and more knowledgeable than what we were using.
did the meters come from this place where this
Sky
software?
sales,
Yeah,
I don't know where Dale got them because I wasn't in the committee then to buy those, so I don't know where they did come from. I'm just thinking that they're not gonna change and go to all say we got 900 meters in the town, we're not gonna change all 900 meters, so they had to adapt this to work with the readers that we have in our equipment, I'm sure.
But sometimes there's multiple softwares that work, you know, if it's kind of a generic meter, there might be multiple softwares that work with it. And yeah, that's all I'm wondering is, you know, I'd hate to just go with the same company just because, and sometimes that's not always the most fiscally responsible thing to do.
So when is the old software, when is that gonna be obsolete?
He didn't give me an exact date.
So can we wait on this till the next board meeting and get
I'm
some?
asking him right
Yeah,
now to
okay.
see if we can table this till March.
So if the old software is gonna be obsolete, how is the new one gonna work with their our meters? I mean, the one we got now is working, so, I mean, why would we,
Because it won't work. They're not gonna support, it won't work.
So there's a difference between it not working and them not supporting it anymore.
Yeah,
I guess that's
yeah,
the, you
yeah.
know, and I'm not saying we should stay with something that's not supported, but we might not be under the gun to have to change
Yeah.
immediately, as long as the software isn't like stopping.
I mean, if it's not gonna quit in 2 weeks, we've got a couple more weeks before our town board meeting, he should be able to come up with something.
Yeah.
And just look, yeah, I just would like
Yep.
to know that we kind of shopped around a little bit.
Okay, let's, take a vote on tabling the software till the March board meeting. Are we good with that? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
aye?
Opposed? Oh, carried. Sorry, Jeff. Okay, so that's voted, tabled. Okay, board comments. Ed?
I'm okay, I'm good.
Linda?
Yeah, I'd like to know, since we're coming into the end of the month and we only have one more month in the quarter, can we put a date on the calendar for a workshop?
Yeah, actually, let's do it this week. I gotta look at my schedule.
Okay.
I gotta look at my schedule, but we can schedule it this week, yeah.
That's it for me.
And,
Oh, I'm sorry, one other thing. Is there any update on the MRB report? I know you were looking and then,
yeah, still looking. I got 20, 21, and I looked for I didn't see it in 22. I got 20 and 21 to go through yet. There's nothing in 19. The report was commissioned in 19, but there's nothing in 19.
did you talk to Kathy? Because she had said that she would like us to look at it before the next board meeting, so I just want to make sure if we have to
Okay.
order it from them, that we have time to,
All right. I'll talk to her.
okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Are you good on Linda?
Yeah.
Steve?
I'm all set.
You had nothing? Not yet?
No, I got a question about the engineer for the wind turbines. Any update on that?
I forwarded LaBella's name to Kathy. Tony Yates didn't use an engineering firm to beat it. I spoke with the supervisor. Their lawyer beat it. So.
They didn't have an engineering firm to.
They did, but they did nothing to, yeah, they did nothing to do it. It was their lawyer who specializes in windmills that did it. I asked Jason Foote, our engineer, to give us a recommendation for windmill engineers, because they don't do that. So he said he was gonna get back to me this week.
And will you give the board that list before we
Oh,
send
yeah.
it to Kathy so we
Yeah.
can look at it?
Oh, yeah. I'd do the same, I'd carbon you guys in on everything, so. Okay, public, did we have a sign-up sheet?
I didn't do it.
Okay,
myself.
any public comments?
Just go over here, John. No, come over to the microphone.
Yeah, up here to my,
We aren't gonna look at you.
It pertains to, you're taking bids for, the cutting of the grass and all that, whatever.
John, first of all, there's a
But I talk pretty loud.
You still have to push it. Thank you. Okay.
Hello, hello? Just to ask one thing. Furnace Parkway, I've been up there since '06. We cut that cul-de-sac all the time. So it's Shelby's property. What am I asking? I had Dale up there last year. At the end of the parkway where my property is all the way to the end, it's a big V. I get all the water from that end of Furnace Parkway, comes down, and it goes, finally, Fuller dug me a trench. It used to come in 20 feet into my side lot. I couldn't get in there till June or July. So I hand dug one year a thing. So then Mike moved it up, and now it goes in between our Pedro and I. But what I'm saying is the cul-de-sac is a big V. We get from George's, that comes down, it goes in there. You get it from the new guy where Danny Metz was, that goes in there. You get it from Buck Bellucci, all that water goes into this center of the parkway. And I've gone through 2 lawnmowers. Yes, the medium. I called cul-de-sac, but the medium. So I've gone through 2, because you get stuck in there. I could be in the middle of July and it rains. I get down there, I got to get my Kubota tractor and my 4-wheelers and pull the thing out. And Danny and I used to switch off, and we'd laugh about it because it's just an open trench. And Dale came up there last year and says, "Oh, it's nothing. We'll put a pipe in here and just fill it in," because on the other end from Fox's and Pedro's all the way up, that's all underground. So that's nothing to cut. But what I'm asking for is, can you guys put this in the bid to cut? Because it's your property. And I don't think we should be cutting that, especially when we're cutting all this other stuff at our taxpayers' expense. That's not even our property. That's all I'm saying. Can you guys, you guys are out once a week, and then see when you guys get stuck in there, I'll bring my tractor over, I'll pull you out. Or you get hooked to the thing, but it gets to be ridiculous because I'm saying it's July and August are your best months. September, October, November, you go over there, and we've had grass this high because we can't get in there. But you want to bring that to you when
Not
you
a
take
problem,
in these
John. I'll
bids.
just add it to the scope of work.
Yeah.
No one's picked them up yet, so we'll add that to it.
I didn't mind doing it, but I'm just tired now because I just went and bought another new tractor and I refuse to go up there. And it's like Dale told me, the part between Pedro and I own up on the hill. Oh, we can dig a ditch down there, put a tunnel and go underneath. Well, there's a pipe under there. You have to know about it because Shaw was in, and you guys, it runs in between and it goes down and it comes out at the end of my lot and down at the end, between the 2 parts, there's a pipe that comes right there and all that runs in the back of the houses. Well, the thing is up this high. It doesn't take no water. Because I was told by a neighbor that somebody was over there messing around with it after Art Hill did all this work. And he grabbed it with the backhoe and he brought it up, and it's been like that for 20 years. So we have a grate, but it's doing nothing.
That's in the middle of.
No, now that's going in between my property. Okay. That's going east and west, in between my house and Pedro up by the hill, where all this water drains down now. Right. And right now you go over there, there's probably a good 5-foot puddle of water just sitting there next to the thing. It has nowhere to go because I'm not getting out there and digging ditches no more. I'm 64 years old and I am not doing that. Yeah. I did it for years and I'm done doing that.
I'll have Dale check on that
okay, but I'm just
saying.
We'll
add that to the bid, the mowing.
Yeah.
I'll see if he can if it's feasible to put a pipe in there. I don't know if we have
because
any
from where they are, there's a 2.5-foot drop. Okay. Anybody wants to build, they got to bring in a lot of dirt, which they never will because I'm not selling it. But I'm just saying it's so low, and I get my tractor stuck over there too. So I'm just asking if we could, look at that. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, John. Yeah. Okay, anyone else? You got nothing?
I'd like to make a motion to go to executive session.
Is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, we'll go into executive session.
Take care, everybody, have a good night.
We're going into executive session for a personnel discussion. Yes? Okay, thanks.